Hi, it's Lindsay with ThatMutt.com. Thank you, Mighty Paw, for hosting me in your Facebook group. Today we're going to talk about managing a dog's jumping. And I will share my 4 ideas, but please leave your questions or suggestions in the comments. We can all help each other out. We all know dogs love to jump. It's their way of greeting us, saying hello, trying to play, show affection, which is fine, but it hurts and we see it as rude. So obviously not something most of us want to encourage. So my first tip is, first you just have to define your own rules. What do you allow, what don't you allow in your house? You know, that's going to be different for everybody and that's fine. Like, for example, I don't mind if my dogs greet me in the doorway. I'm glad they run up, sniff me, circle around, grab a toy, run around, that's fine. But what I don't want to allow is jumping on me or anyone else or barking. Your rules might be a little different. We're all going to be slightly different and that's fine. Just define what it is in advance so you can be consistent, so family members can all be consistent, and then you would set the same rules when guests come over. And then just know that it's going to be 10 times harder for your dog to control himself around visitors than it is around family members. It's just 10 times more exciting when grandma visits or whoever it might be. So just have fair expectations for your dog. The second point I want to mention is prevention. Just prevent the habit to begin with, and you'll have less jumping. So how can we prevent it? This is going to seem so obvious, so simple, but make sure your dog's getting plenty of exercise, 60 to 90 minutes of walking, running every single day. I know that sounds simple, but my Weimaraner Remy, if we run every day, guess what? He doesn't jump on me. If we skip a few days, he's going to jump. He just has extra energy and it's that much harder for him to control himself. So, other simple prevention tips. One, just carry some dry dog food or treats in your pockets. Not all the time, but during those times a day when you know your dog's more likely to jump on you. My dog, he's more excited in the morning and then again in the evenings. Obviously, when I come home, I just know when he's going to jump, so I can prevent that by just tossing a treat on the ground, maybe a couple of treats. He goes for those instead of jumping on me. Then I can ask him to sit and reward him again. So he's getting rewarded, praised for good behavior that's being reinforced, and he's not jumping. Do that often enough and the jumping habit will decrease. Other things you can do, keep your dog on a leash when guests come over. That's fine if that helps for now while your dog's learning. Don't be afraid to keep him leashed. Another thing is you could hand him a bully stick or other type of bone, something to chew on when you walk in the door. Some dogs will take that and they'll go retreat to their bed and chew on it for 5 minutes. That's a great tip to try when you have visitors over. Other dogs, that'll just get them more riled up. They'll run around with the toy or the bone being more annoying. So it's really about knowing your own dog. The third thing I want to cover is ignoring the jumping, because that's the most common advice we hear, right? Ignore your dog, act like a tree, let's say, which is great advice, but it's very difficult for people. You don't want to do that thing where you're like spinning in circles trying to turn your back to your dog, because that's a fun game for your dog. So don't do that. To ignore him, it just truly do not engage with him at all when he jumps. I mean, become like a zombie almost, no emotion. Like stare at your phone if you have to, or just lean against the table. You just do not engage with that behavior at all. And that's very challenging for people. It's hard for me. I get frustrated. It hurts when my dog jumps on me. I want to scold him. And you are going to take a few punches, because if you ignore your dog, he's going to jump harder at first because he's trying to get your attention. It's worked in the past. So, it's just very difficult, takes practice, but if you truly disengage from your dog when he's jumping, he's going to do it less because he doesn't get a reaction. You can calmly walk out of the room if that helps, or step over a pet gate. Just truly disengage from that kind of behavior. Alright, so we have defining the rules the rules of your house, preventing the jumping and ignoring it. The fourth thing we don't want to forget is reward the good behavior. If your dog's sitting or standing, not jumping, make sure to reward that with a treat or good boy. You know, sometimes we just forget to reward the good behavior. And then really quickly, some people have asked, should I correct my dog for jumping? Positive reinforcement is great. If it works for you, definitely stick to that. You know, it just kind of depends on your dog. Using a firm no, that might work for your dog if he's a little sensitive. My dog, he loves when I tell him no. He's getting attention, so that doesn't work. You could try a squirt bottle of water. You know, a real quick squirt to the face when he jumps. It's not gonna hurt him. Might stop some dogs from jumping. Again, my dog thinks water is fun, so that doesn't work. That's a fun game for him. So it's about knowing your dog. Really, ignoring is generally the best. If that's just not working, you can try, there's a pet corrector, which is like a can of compressed air, basically. It makes a sound dogs don't like. There's also the doggy don't device, which makes a loud static sound. These are tools you can try if you think your dog needs something, if ignoring him just isn't working. So those are my tips, suggestions. Leave yours below. Thank you, Mighty Paw, for hosting me in your Facebook group. So those are my suggestions. Leave yours below, or any comments, questions, leave them below. Thank you, Mighty Paw, for hosting me in your Facebook group. For more, you can. So those are my suggestions. Please leave your own suggestions, comments below. But anyway, those are my ideas. Leave yours below. Let me know if you have any questions. For more, visit thatmutt.com, and thank you, Mighty Paw, for hosting me in your Facebook group.